Picture this. Your laptop screen glows softly in a centuries-old cafe as the aroma of Georgian wine mingles with fresh khachapuri baking in stone ovens nearby. You've just hit send on your first assignment as a remote writer, and outside these ancient windows, Tbilisi's cobblestone streets are calling your name. This isn't just another day at the office. This is your new reality. What is it about chasing dreams that transforms us completely? You've traded fluorescent office lights for golden sunlight streaming through arched doorways. You've swapped endless commutes for morning walks past Byzantine churches that have witnessed 1,000 years of stories. Every corner of this Georgian capital whispers possibilities, and suddenly, you're not just working remotely, you're living intentionally. 3 months ago, you were scrolling through job boards in your cramped apartment, dreaming of something different. Today, you're crafting content while sipping wine that flows from vineyards older than most civilizations. The transition feels almost surreal, like stepping through a portal into a life you only dared imagine during late-night Pinterest binges. Your fingers dance across the keyboard as church bells echo through the Vake district. The rhythm of remote work has found its perfect harmony with Tbilisi's ancient pulse. Between client calls, you wander through markets where vendors offer tastes of honey that tastes like liquid sunshine. Where the Georgian language rolls around you like music, you're slowly learning to understand. The co-working space at Stamba Hotel has become your creative sanctuary. This converted Soviet publishing house now buzzes with digital nomads from 30 different countries, each typing away their own version of freedom. The industrial architecture frames your laptop screen perfectly, and that American coffee costs less than a subway ride back home. You catch glimpses of other remote workers, a graphic designer from Berlin editing photos of her weekend in the wine region, a marketing consultant from Toronto taking calls while overlooking the Mtkvari River. Evenings blur into golden hour adventures. You close your laptop at sunset and climb the winding paths to Emtatsminda Park, where the entire city spreads beneath you like a living map of your new chapter. The air carries scents of grilling metzvadi and blooming jasmine, while conversations in Georgian, English, Russian, and a dozen other languages create a symphony of international community. Your apartment in Vake feels like a secret hideaway. Fully furnished with everything you need, it costs less than your old parking spot. From your balcony, you watch locals gather in courtyards, sharing stories over bottles of homemade wine. Their laughter becomes the soundtrack to your evening writing sessions when inspiration flows as freely as the Alazani Valley vintages. This is what they don't tell you about remote work abroad. It's not just about changing your location. It's about discovering parts of yourself that only emerge when you're brave enough to rewrite your entire story. Every morning brings client projects that fund this adventure, but also brings encounters that reshape your understanding of what life can be. Find your dream remote job in the links below. Your bank account reflects this new reality too. That first invoice you sent 3 weeks ago has cleared, and the number feels almost fictional when converted from dollars to Georgian lari. Your monthly expenses barely scratch what you used to spend on rent alone back home. The extra zeros in your savings account aren't just numbers. They're tickets to weekend escapes into the Caucasus mountains. They're dinners at family-run taverns where strangers become friends over endless toasts. But it's the unexpected moments that capture your heart completely. Like when your elderly neighbor, Nana, knocks on your door with a plate of still warm kinkali, gesturing enthusiastically in Georgian while you fumble through Google Translate responses, or when the barista at your regular cafe starts preparing your usual cortado the moment you walk through the door, remembering exactly how you like it, despite the language barrier. Your client calls happen against backdrops that would make your former colleagues weep with envy. Today's marketing strategy session took place from a rooftop terrace overlooking the Narikala fortress, your voice carrying across time zones, while ancient stone walls witnessed your professional transformation. The irony isn't lost on you. You're more productive than you've ever been, yet you're living in a city where time itself seems to move differently. Weekends unfold like chapters from a travel novel you're writing in real time. Last Saturday, you found yourself in a traditional Supra with locals who insisted you couldn't leave until you'd learned to properly toast in Georgian. Your laptop sat forgotten in your bag, while vine-covered valleys stretched endlessly before you. And for the first time in years, you completely disconnected from the digital world that funds this dream. The writing projects flow differently here, too. Inspiration strikes during evening strolls through Old Town, where flickering streetlights illuminate paths worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. Your creativity has found new depths, fueled by conversations with fellow nomads who share stories over wine-soaked dinners that stretch past midnight. Each article you craft carries traces of this place, more vivid, more alive, more authentically you. Your sleep comes easier now, lulled by sounds that have become familiar friends. The distant hum of the city settling into night, the soft murmur of neighbors sharing late conversations on their balconies, the gentle chime of church bells marking hours that no longer feel rushed or constrained. This is what freedom tastes like. It's Georgian wine on your tongue, mountain air in your lungs, and the quiet confidence that comes from building a life entirely on your own terms. Every morning you wake up not just to work, but to possibility itself. So here you are, 6 months later, watching the sun set over a city that has become more than just a destination. It has become home. Your remote writing career isn't just paying the bills anymore. It's funding a life you never knew was possible. Each project you complete from your favorite corner table at that wine bar in Old Town feels like another small victory, another step deeper into this extraordinary reality you've created. The person who boarded that one-way flight feels like a stranger now. You've discovered that courage isn't just about making big decisions. It's about the daily choice to keep building something beautiful, one client deadline at a time, one sunset climb to Emtatsminda at a time, one shared meal with neighbors who've become family. Your laptop has become a passport to experiences most people only dream about. Tomorrow you might take a call from a rooftop overlooking the Caucasus. Next week, you could be writing copy from a monastery perched impossibly on a cliff face. This is what happens when you stop asking permission from life and start living it on your own terms. The cobblestones beneath your feet have taught you something profound, that home isn't a place you return to at the end of the day. Home is the life you create when you're brave enough to follow the voice that whispers, "What if there's something more?" Find your dream remote job in the links below